Hi guys, welcome back. Just a quick trade update. I spoke earlier in my last video about where this was going and what was happening, and as I said then, I had to stop in a buy order in it at the 2000, and as you can see, we've come down, tagged that, actually gone down to almost 1900, which I did think maybe we'll dip a bit lower than the previous lows. You know, it's got this good support area here, resistance area, support area. And I thought we were going to hit that and bounce, and lo and behold, we have. So this is, my stops down here at the 1800 area, and thankfully we've hit that 200. It's executed my trade, and then obviously it's bounced back up to the currently about 2.3. It's hit about 2.4 actually, so almost where we've gapped down to since the open. Going forward, I'm probably going to hold this. I think that actually, I know we've been pretty high. If we zoom out to the 1 hour, so we've been pretty overextended for quite a while, and we went up and did this whole little head and shoulders, or whatever you want to call it. This big top end consolidation in this high range, and then we've come down and we've really tested it on the hour. Look, this massive pin bar on the hour. I believe, and I think, there's too many people invested from lower points, or even up here at this 2000 level. There's a lot of people invested there, which obviously, given this candle, it's a big rejection of this price. So hopefully that means that actually we're supposed to be trading a bit higher, and we'll continue to go up. So I'll probably just hold this for a little while now and see how we get on. Normally I like to be in and out the same day. Depends on news, but I can't believe we'll get much more bad news. We've had bad news of figures, although I don't personally think it's that terrible, but obviously the price reflects that it is. We've had the brokerage downgrading today as well. Never know, maybe they'll release some figures about initial requests for flights, the new £1,000 fly with us or whatever it is. They've just opened up on the website, so maybe one of them will get released and say, oh, we've got 5,000 people interested in flying with us, here we go. I don't know, but I think personally, definitely long term, it's definitely going to be going higher. I'm pretty sure, barring any major disaster on the actual flights themselves. If something terrible happens, God forbid, you could really see it drop and become worthless, because the whole model at the minute is built around space flight and taking people up there and tourism. But obviously all their technologies will also go into other parts. So you've got like flights from UK to US and flights from Australia, which at the minute takes us 26, 28 hours, whatever it takes. If they can use that technology they've got at the minute and implement it into new kind of aircraft, or generate a new aircraft, then again that's going to give us a massive incentive for this company to be what they'll be worth. It's just hard to value this company at the minute. What is the price? At the minute they're not doing anything. They've got a bit of revenue in from selling tickets, but it's not like as I said in their report, they're not going to be profitable till 2021 at least. So you can't really. It's not a typical company to value really. They're not. Everyone's not expecting them to make money till next year or year after. So at the minute it's all just hype on what their potential may be. So I'll just stick with this. I'll see how it goes. I mean, my stop's in there at 1800, and I'll probably just hold this on now for a bit longer, maybe a few days, see how we get on, and potentially if we start moving up and up, it secures my area, I can lock in some profit and then just let it run a bit more. But I'll just keep my eyes on it for the meantime and see if it starts dropping lower. Maybe I'll get out a bit earlier. I don't know. I'll just have to see what comes out, what news is around it, and what's happening. But I'll put another video up when and I think that something interesting is happening, or with my first target, just to give you an idea, is going to be somewhere, probably the gap. We need to fill the gap first and foremost before we do anything else. We've got this big support level around here, or resistance support level from the high. So this 3,000 again, whole number, round number, just standard technical analysis is key levels. What we say, key levels. So 3,000, 2,000 is maybe just going to range in between here for a little while. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But I'd like to see it hit this at 2.7. If we get back up to 2.7 and maybe even creep above this 3,000, I think we'll kind of be on our way back up again. We'll just have to wait and see. But stay tuned, and then obviously hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell. Then you'll get to know as soon as I upload. I did say this morning. Obviously, I've been I do trade this a lot. Obviously, since it's been IPO'd, so I've been going trading the way up, day trading on the way up, and hitting up top here. And yesterday I said obviously we're going to gap down at the start, and close the gap, and we did, and we come back down afterwards. And I said if it breaks that level, then just leave it, get out of it. And luckily, I listened to my advice yesterday, which was good, and managed to get out of it. And then this morning when we opened, obviously I'd already pre-looked at it, read the news, watched the pre-market figures, and then it's obviously capped down massively. I mean, we're still 20% down, really, from yesterday's close, which is a big leap for any company. You just wiped 20% of the company value off the face of it. But I don't think they'll be too worried. I mean, with the company, I always think, what's the worst that's going to happen to this company? Are they going to go bust? Well, they're not going to go bust. They're building airplanes. They've got, the chief exec and Branson. They're going to be the chairman. Sorry, anyone who watched the CNN yesterday with him on was quite interesting because he was saying about how much they put into it, but also how much they're both worth. Is it's fantastic really for the company to have that sort of backing. Because if it's getting closer, which inevitably they will be, because they're building new flights and etc. If worse than worse, they need to pump some more money in. I'm pretty sure they're going to put their hands in their pockets and put some more in. So it's kind of like if you can, financially, I think they'll be fine. Then not. They all look like they're heading in the right direction. Delays is fine as long as they're doing it safely, and as long as they're still generating the publicity and getting the interest in the flights. I think they should be fine. So I think this, if you're a long-term holder, I think this is a great chance to get in something almost Tesla-esque, which will just, I think, as soon as, imagine, when they start flying people around, then they're getting that sort of revenue in, it's going to be, for a stock, it's going to be transformational. They're going to be just a money machine, really. And they've got enough flights for the first, I think there's 1,500 people in the first year they're tending to take up there, so it should be pretty good, but it's just a matter of whether you can hold it or if you just want to day trade it. It just depends what you want to do. I mean, up till now I've kind of been day trading, getting in, day trading. I wish I would have just kept a 1,400 position long, but you just trade it how you wish. You get in and get out because you want that money quick, and then. But sometimes I think, actually 2,000's had a real big retest, and maybe it's a good time to hold and just see where we can get to. Maybe it is just going to go up again. It's had its new section has been kind of let everyone know where they are, as long as they kind of hit targets or even beat targets for different targets about building the aircraft. I think they should be okay, and this will just continue to go up. But we'll just have to wait and see. So let me know in the comments what you'd like to see, if you want to talk about anything else, different stocks, because I do trade different ones, but this is just obviously topical at the minute. Everyone seems to be in it. It's one of the most traded US stocks at the minute. So I trade it myself a lot because it's good volatility. It's good. You can make a decent amount on a small amount. It's not high, massive margins. It's good for small traders, medium traders. But you just got to be careful because obviously, if you kept it last night, you could have really been hurt this morning. Almost, well, from last night's close almost to today, just £1,000 swing, £1,000 point swing. If you've got a pound of that, that's a lot of money for someone to take a hit on. You don't want to be losing that sort of money. So we'll see what happens later on today, and I'll see towards the end of the day. I'll see what it's looking like, how I feel about it, and analyse it a little bit more. See if anything else has come out or what I think may come out, and. If we finish strong, then maybe I'll hold it and keep it on for tomorrow and see what happens tomorrow. Friday being the last day of the week, so probably people are going to be closing out trades, funds, things like that. Sometimes we'll close out at the end of the week because they don't want to hold it over the weekend. But let's just wait and see. I'll update you tomorrow if I get a chance and do a quick update, or if something changes here, I'll let you know what happens. And we'll see how it goes. See if we can get back into the old stratosphere again. Right. Okay, if you just leave a comment or like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.